All hail Biafra. This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please like, share, and comment.
Welcome back once again. At this point in time, Mazi Kanu'S victory is still assured at last, as court has now decided to hear a transfer motion he has sent across through his lawyers. I'm going to be showing you that in full details. Remember before now that Mazi Kanu had been complaining of serious health issues based on the fact that after he was, adopted from Kenya and brought to Nigeria to face trial, he has been in the custody, and ever since then they denied him doctors to see him, not until a court gave an order that doctors should actually see him. Now it is obvious and clear that the doctors that actually that was prescribed to come and see Mazi Kanu is not his family or his personal doctors. It is a doctor prescribed by the federal government, and at this point in time they're actually not doing good to his health. They're actually not doing good to his head. If you watch carefully, whenever Mazi Kanu appears in court, you will understand and see that the man is looking so malnourished, based on the fact that aside that the fact that he is always on this white attire, he is looking as though he's not being fed well. Now, the lawyers, based on the good work they are doing, they went as far as making an appeal to the courts, and lo and behold, the court has granted a day to hear that particular transfer motion. And what is this motion that the lawyers of Mazi Kanu are stating? They are stating that Mazi Kanu should be transferred for this particular hospital that he is being looked after to another larger hospital. Court to hear Mazi Kanu's motion for transfer to National Hospital on Monday, and that Monday is the 15th September 2025. Remember that he needs to look very healthy against appearing before Judge Somotosho on the 10th October 2025. Now, in details, the Federal High Court will on Monday hear a motion filed by Mazi Kanu, leader of Indigenous People of Biafra (IPOB), seeking an order to transfer him to the Abuja National Hospital for urgent medical treatment and attention. Sincerely speaking, he needs to be attended to. It is not just a doctor coming to custody to see or to look after him. He needs to go and take thorough body checkup. As if that is not enough, look at it in the furtherance of that particular communique. Justice Musa Liaman had granted the motion ex parte, praying for the permission of the court to hear the application during the vacation period in view of its urgency. Mr. Liaman, who fixed September 15th for the hearing, ordered Mr. Mazi Kanu's lawyer, Binu Nanjoku, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, to serve all the processes and the hearing notice on the state security service, the SSS, for the security agency to respond appropriately. That is to say, the court, the lawyer has actually served them for them to make sure that Mazi Kanu is being transferred. Now, that motion will be heard tomorrow, being on Monday, which I'm going to be showing you in this particular channel. If this is your first time of always meeting this particular channel, do well to often hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, click on the like button. We'll often and always give you updates of what is happening and in conglomeration to Mazi Kanu's case. Now, in furtherance, according to the communique, stated, "I believe that the right to health is as important as the right to life." It is obvious and very clear that anyone who is alive, once there is life, there is hope. And so I agree that this matter can be heard by the vacation court. Justice Liaman, who is also a vacation judge, had said, that is what the judge stated, that he needs to be taken care of. So at this point in time, Mazi Kanu is vindicated. That means he's going to be standing firm and fit if that particular motion is heard and is adopted. Hopefully that particular motion will be adopted and the transfer will be made for him to have proper health care. Now, as in furtherance, Mr. Kanu, in the ex parte motion with charge numbers you could see on your screen, had sought relief. Mr. Kanu, in the motion dated September 2nd, but filed on September 3rd by Kanu Agabi, being one of Mazi Kanu's lawyers, sought an order granting leave for the applicant's motion dated 1st September 2025 to be heard before the vacation judge, giving an 11 grant argument on why their request should be granted. Mr. Agabi said Mr. Kanu is presently standing trial before Justice James Somotosho in this particular charge marked. He said Mr. Kanu on May 19 filed an application praying the court to admit him to bail pending the hearing and determination of the terrorism charge on him. The lawyer, however, said the application could not be taken before the annual vacation of the court, hence his continued detention. According to him, while awaiting the resumption of court activities, the applicant's health took a worrisome decline, necessitating the invitation of doctors to carry out a thorough and extensive examination. All this while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention, the health is deteriorating, and at this point in time, he needs to be taken care of. You don't just bundle him to court and at the end of the day, you bundle him back to custody. In furtherance, the examination revealed issues with his health, including organs such as his pancreas, liver, and as well as an emerging lump underneath his armpits and dangerously low levels of potassium. Look at it, what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is silently passing through. It is unfair for them to have kept him and without proper health care and the rest. In furtherance, the doctors have recommended that he be moved to the National Hospital as an interim measures to afford him medical attention and foster further decline. The applicant's health is seriously deteriorating considering the nature of his confinement, thereby making more pressing the need to bring this application and have the same heard by the vacation judge. And Mr. Gabi is the one stating it. He alleged that a letter by the doctors to the Director General of the SSS advising the transfer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had gone without answer. He said the urgency of the matter had therefore necessitated the filing of the instant application as a measure to arrest further decline of his health, while spiriting efforts are being expended to ensure his treatment. The senior lawyer said that the grant of the application would not occasion any injustice to the complainant. Besides, that is the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lawyer is trying to expatiate that no matter what is happening, no matter the approval of this particular motion, it doesn't stop Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also appearing before Judge Somotosho on the 10th October 2025. Besides, Mr. Gabi said the court is imbued with jurisdiction to hear and grant the prayer sought in the application. Emmanuel Kanu, the younger brother to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in the affidavit he deposed to, averred that the IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu recently complained of weakness and pains in his body. That is when they visited him. Remember that previously Mazi Nnamdi Kanu family members visited him in custody. He said this prompted the invitation of doctors led by the eminent emeritus Professor Austin A.C. Agaji, who on 1st September 2025 at about 2:30 p.m. told him that several tests were conducted on Kanu in August. Mr. Emmanuel said the doctor told him at Mr. Agabi's law firm that it was discovered that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was suffering from issues relating to his liver and kidney, as well as a dangerously low level of potassium. He was further diagnosed with a swelling around his armpit area, which requires urgent attention to ascertain the cause and thereafter to seek appropriate medical treatment. This is exactly what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing and is passing through. So at this point in time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be vindicated by the time he's now been, this particular matter is heard and approved for him to go to be transferred to a national hospital so that his health will be taken care of. It's not just bundling him to court at every given time. His health needs to be checked on, and that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lawyers are actually doing. Sincerely speaking, at this point in time, to get to the comment section, I appreciate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lawyers for doing this great job, visiting him, taking care of him, and making sure that they speak for him and stand firm for him. Aloy Ejimako, on the other hand, have not failed to always retweet and state the obvious. It is clearly stated that so many persons had actually made statements detrimentary and appalling. At this point in time, remember the Rufai's son made a statement as against what is happening, and it's contrary to what even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is stating. But they will not come for him, probably because the father is a top politician and from the northern axis. So that is the more reason why when you come to see what is happening, you begin to ask questions that is it that this set of laws are only favoring these people and undermining the Igbos? Look at what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing. Now the court is about hearing the motion to transfer him to National Hospital. What on earth will actually not make them not to approve that particular motion? Because as you could see that the brothers and the lawyers visited him and they noticed that his health is deteriorating and a lot of things and signs are showing that he's suffering from this or that, and he needs to be checked up on. It's not just bringing him to court and at every given time, and he needs to be sound against appearing before Judge Omotosho on the 10th of October. And on that very day, remember the no case submission will be submitted, where international domestic laws and other laws have been faced just to still keep this man in detention. A lot of persons have called for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Or virtually everything he said has actually happened. Tell me one thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said that has not happened in this particular country. The marginalization, the telling the Igbos to leave Lagos and virtually everything.